The episode begins with Anurag telling Ishani and Pihu to go inside, saying he will fill out the form. The nurse asks Ishani and Pihu to wait outside. Pihu cries. Ishani tells Pihu that nothing will happen to Shaswat. Pihu says thanks to Ishani for coming, because she can't do anything alone. Ishani says she ended her relationship with Shaswat, but Pihu will be her daughter always. Pihu asks whether Ishani is not angry at her. Ishani says she is angry at Pihu for attempting suicide. Pihu accepts she could not handle the rejection, and she becomes crazy due to her ego. But now she understood everything, and Nandini did everything with Ishani to take advantage of Shaswat easily. Ishani says she did not want misunderstandings between them, so now she is glad. The doctor comes there and scolds them for bringing Shaswat late. He says Shaswat is in critical condition now, and he will talk about surgery after getting test reports. He goes inside. After some time, Ishani goes to the washroom. Pihu apologizes to Anurag. Anurag tells her that she realized her mistake and apologized, so that's enough. He assures her that Shaswat will be fine. Pihu says she will apologize until Anurag forgives her wholeheartedly. Anurag tells her that his heart won't melt, like Ishani's, and he can't forget what Pihu did with him and how his reputation got ruined because of her lies. He says people will see him as characterless. Pihu tells him that she is ready to do anything. Anurag asks her to not do anything because she can't change anything. Pihu accepts she doesn't deserve forgiveness, and she is ashamed of herself for what she did with Anurag. Anurag says he is there for Ishani only, and he is doing all this for her only. Ishani comes there. The nurse tells the doctor that Shaswat's pulse rate is dropping. The doctor gives electric shock treatment to Shaswat. Pihu gets panicked seeing this, and she goes to the hospital temple. She recalls how her family insulted Ishani. She understands God is punishing them for what they did with Ishani. She tells God she realized her mistakes and she won't repeat that, and her family will make everything fine and try to become good people. She pleads with God to save Shaswat because she doesn't want to lose her father. She cries, saying they want one more chance. Siddharth sees Pihu and gives a handkerchief to her. Pihu says thanks to him. Siddharth asks her about her situation. Pihu tells him about Shaswat. She tells him that he must be a medical representative. Siddharth nods at her. He asks her about her name. Pihu introduces herself to him. Kid comes there and tells Siddharth that she is getting discharged today. Siddharth gives chocolate too. That kid. Pihu learns that Siddharth is a doctor. Siddharth introduces himself to her and goes inside. The episode begins with Pihu asking the doctor whether Shaswat is fine. The doctor replies that Shaswat is stable, but he is unconscious now. He gives them permission to meet Shaswat. Ishani and Pihu go inside with the doctor. Pihu tells the doctor thanks for saving Shaswat. The doctor says it was a miracle that Shaswat survived. He says Shaswat's heart condition is weak, so he won't suggest surgery. He asks them to make sure Shaswat follows a strict diet and exercises, and Shaswat should not get stressed and should sleep well, because Shaswat won't survive if another heart attack comes then. He asks them to take Shaswat home after 2 days. He leaves from there. Pihu tells Ishani that she is relieved and she asks something from God, wholeheartedly for the first time, and God also listened to her prayer. She requests whether Ishani can stay with her until Shaswat recovers completely. She says she understands Ishani moved on in her life, but she is scared she can't take care of Shaswat alive. Ishani says she needs to talk to Anurag about it. She asks Pihu to stay with Shaswat and goes out. Ishani tells Anurag what the doctor said. Anurag says it's karma. Ishani asks him not to say things like that. She says she is feeling bad for Shaswat. Anurag tells her that Shaswat can't torture her now. He says Shaswat is stable, so they can send divorce papers once Shaswat gets discharged. He hopes Shaswat doesn't create drama while signing divorce papers. Ishani tells him Pihu wants her to stay with her for a few days, and she also wants to stay with Pihu because Pihu needs her support. Anurag reminds her that the Senguptas throw her out of the house. Ishani tells him the situation has been changed. Anurag tells her that Shaswat won't change, and the Senguptas are treating Ishani well because they are betrayed by Nandini. Ishani says she is doing this for Pihu, and she can't be ungrateful. Anurag asks her what the use of this discussion is when she already made a decision. He says Ishani can go if she wants, and he won't stop her because she has the right to make decisions. Ishani hugs him. Anurag tells her that he should go home because his mother is waiting. Ishani tells him it's for a few days only. Anurag tells her to do what she feels is right and leaves from there. The next day, Pihu tells Shaswat that today he will be discharged, but he should follow a strict diet and do exercise. Shaswat says he is alive. Pihu is with him. Pihu gives the credit to Ishani. Shaswat says he made Ishani's life hell, and he is a bad person. Pihu says Shaswat realized his mistakes, so that's enough. Shaswat says he believed Ishani will take care of his family even if he dies. Pihu says they can't change the past, so let's focus on the present. She promises to focus on studies and career. She says Yash is trying to reach India, but tickets are not available. Shaswat says Pihu has become mature. The episode begins with Shaswat says Pihu has become mature. Pihu tells him she doesn't have any other option, and she will take care of herself. Shaswat asks her about Anurag and Ishani. Pihu tells him that Ishani is completing the discharge work. She says Ishani and Anurag did so much for them. Shaswat advises her to never let her ego win, and he faced betrayal because of his ego. He asks whether they can go home. Pihu tells him that Ishani suggested filing a case against Nandini, so no one can throw them out of the house until the verdict comes. Shaswat says he does not understand how to face Ishani. Pihu tells him to apologize to Ishani wholeheartedly. She reveals Ishani agreed to stay in their house. Shaswat gets surprised hearing this. The receptionist tells Ishani that the latter has to pay the bills before discharge. Ishani gives bangles as security to the receptionist. The receptionist says this is a hospital, not a jewelry shop. She talks to her senior and accepts the bangles. She asks Ishani to sign the discharge papers. Ishani says thanks to the receptionist. Pihu brings Shaswat in the wheelchair there. Ishani asks Shaswat how he is feeling now. Shaswat tells Ishani that he tortured her a lot, but she came to help him. He cries. Ishani asks him not to be stressed. Shaswat asks her whether she can forgive him. He apologized to Ishani. Ishani says they can talk about it in-house, and she needs time to process all this. Siddharth comes there and greets Pihu. He introduces himself to Shaswat. Shaswat asks how Siddharth knows Pihu. Siddharth replies he met Pihu yesterday when she was praying for her father. Ishani introduces herself to Siddharth. Pihu tells Siddharth that Ishani is her best friend. Ishani invites Siddharth home for lunch or dinner. Siddharth tells her that he is a foodie and he doesn't eat restaurant food, and he wants Pihu to cook for him. Ishani tells him that Pihu cooks tasty food. Siddharth gets Pihu's number and gives his number to her. He says he is glad to meet them and leaves from there. Ishani tells Pihu that Siddharth is handsome. Pihu laughs. Shashwat asks Ishani what happened to the hospital bills. Ishani tells him that she managed everything, so let's go home. They leave from there. After some time, Raj Didi welcomed Shashwat. She says she is happy to see him. Fine. And now their family looks complete. Ishani tells Raj Didi that she is there for a few days only, and she will leave once Shashwat recovers completely. Raj. Didi says God is punishing them for doing wrong with Ishani. Shashwat says they should be grateful that they got another chance to rectify their mistakes. And he lost the diamond, which he was searching everywhere for. The episode ends.